Hi, I'm that thing you forgot when you walked into a room and couldn't remember why you were there, Aki.
And I'm the snack that smiles back.
And,
Welcome to the Clamcast!
Welcome to the Clamcast, where we talk about nothing at all.
And you can't stop us. So, pursuant to what this episode is about, which is candy.
Yes.
I was having a conversation over the past weekend with some other adults, people around our age, who've been alive for several thousand years.
Bold of you to assume that we are adults. Hotel banquet hall.
So tis the season, and I want to get your input on this. Is it just me, and I don't think it is, but is it just me, or is Halloween candy like a million times smaller now than it was when we were kids? Like, I swear, I know that it's not just that my hands are much bigger.
So that's what I was gonna say. It's like when you go to a playground, like you go to like your elementary school playground. I don't want to learn about pets right now. I will later. And go to your elementary school playground. And you're like, wow, this is really tiny. But it's actually just that you're huge. I don't know. I wouldn't be surprised if they actually make it a lot smaller now.
I am
honestly,
really, honestly, very certain that they are much smaller. Like, it's especially the chocolate bars that I noticed this with, because when I was a kid, I remember the chocolate bars would be equivalent to probably like, I don't know, not quite the length of my now index finger, but like nearly. And now they're just these itty bitty little squares. Like the fun size candy bars are like little itty bitty squares, and they were
you're so
not
right.
that small when I was a kid. You're
so right. When you get the like, what are the ones with like the kind of toffee in it and like the caramel and like the peanuts?
Snickers?
No, Mr.
Oh, Henry.
Oh, Henry. Mr. Henry.
Mr. Henry. Oh,
when you
Hank.
get when you get an Hank bar, it's just like a sad little like circle plop of like caramel and peanuts.
Yeah.
And it's not really bar like at all, honestly.
It's really not. It's like
Whoops. What am I doing?
What am I called?
Like a
no, I don't. There's not. I can't remember the word. Anyway, it's like you know those things that people make where it's like chocolate and pretzels and peanut
like
butter.
A bark.
Not like a. I mean, kinda, but not really. Anyway, I'm thinking of something, and it's specific, and don't worry about it. That's what.
The craziest thing is I feel like I can actually like see what you're talking about. Oh, like a praline, like a turtle.
Yeah, like a turtle. That's
like a turtle.
That's what O. Henrys are like. They're like turtles.
Like a turtle.
Yeah, like a like the kind with a shell.
Yes, like a turtle shell.
Like, you know when you go down to the pond and you really want to crunch on something and you just reach your arm in to the elbow and you swirl it around in the mud.
Just get one of those
and
good
you just
old
pick
turtles.
one up and you just like crunch into the turtle, and that's just your Saturday morning because like, you know, you live in Canada and there's nothing else to do except go hang out at the spawning pools.
Yeah, when your scales are still coming in. Yeah, I know that feel.
Yeah,
that
so
feel
like
when
turtles,
your scales
you know,
are itchy.
the snack turtles.
The snack that smiles back.
The snack that bites back.
Turtles. Yeah, oh, that's the wrong channel. I'm trying to find you, and I'm having a hard time on account of I can't read.
I thought you said you can't breed, and I was like, you know, you can.
You know, I can. Oh, fuck, I did it wrong again, but I won't.
You can, but you choose not to. What the heck?
It.
Why did I get this cow mount?
What? You had a cow mount?
His name is Hefty.
That's so cute.
When did I get this?
That's so cute that I want to die. Hefty.
A reliable yellow bull. What the fuck? I'm going to my house.
God.
You can find me at my house.
Oh, thank heavens. I finally got to channel 13, only to have you leave, which I'm like fine with, honestly.
Oh, I'm living.
Oh my god, what a cute! Look at him. He's so hefty. What a hefty boy.
Oh my god. Oh, that's hilarious. All right, well, I don't need anything. Anyway, what was it? So every kid has different candy eating priorities in my experience when they collected candy at Halloween time. What was yours? What was your favorite candy to eat first?
So, okay, so like I've always been obsessed with coffee crisp bars.
Yep.
Because I was that kind of child, I guess, and am that kind of adult. I didn't really like chocolate. I think when I was a kid, I liked chocolate even less than I do now, honestly. Like, when we would have birthday cake, for example. First of all, I would always make my parents buy me ice cream cake, even though my birthday is in January, because
Man. I fucking love ice cream cake so much.
It's so good. The best part is that, like, fudgy layer with, like, the cookie crumbs.
Yeah, on the very bottom, and sometimes you get an ice cream cake that's, like, too cold, and you can't actually get your fork through it, so you end up just kind of, like, stabbing your fork into it, and you get the whole piece comes off.
Yes, and your parents would be there with, like, the hot knife. Like, don't make me use this.
Yeah. Did you ever do that thing where you would just eat all the ice cream and leave that part for last and then eat it like a cookie? Because that's what I did.
Yes. Yes, I would. Yeah. I absolutely would. The other best part of ice cream cake is that whatever they use to, like, the icing that they actually pipe onto it is the most delicious thing in the entire world. And, like, the gel stuff on top. Anyway, ice cream cake is the best.
It's the best. And I'm a big
grocery store.
I love cake, but, like, ice cream cake is on a different level. It's in another galaxy, frankly.
It is. It's its own.
It's out there with ice cream sandwiches, which are the perfect food.
They are.
And I will hear nothing else.
Yeah. No. Yeah. So, and a grocery store birthday cake, which was the other option, tastes like arse. Honestly. Oh, you got your butler.
I did. Look. Oh
my god! Look at him.
My handsome friend.
Oh wow, he's so like edgy. Ooh.
I like his fluffy hair.
Oh, does he go
this is my
here?
delinquent boyfriend.
Wow. What's his name?
It starts. Literally starts. Starts dash.
It starts?
It starts with a Z.
More than one Idol debut is called a starts dash. Starts dash. Anyway,
1 start dash, 2 starts dash.
3 starts dashes. So when I was a kid, I hated regular cake because it tastes bad. It just tastes like plain sugar and it makes your mouth hurt.
Yeah, especially grocery store cake is an affront to humanity.
It is.
There's no food item that you can get at a grocery store to me that is worse than grocery store cake.
Which is weird because a lot of grocery stores, have really good like cupcakes and like donuts and like other stuff.
They do have actually good cake, you know, like with like fruit on top, or like they have like the mousse cakes and stuff like that. But like the birthday cake specifically comes from hell.
It does. It is hell cake.
It's like there's a door in the bakery that they open up and a pair of long
Beelzebub himself comes out.
Passes out a cake, freshly baked down below.
That's what happens. So, like my sister would always get those, and she'd get like the most icing-filled cakes ever. She'd get like one year. Do you want to do like a dungeon or something while we're shooting the shit?
Yeah, we could just do laps around my house too.
This is what people do when they play MMOs.
Yeah. 90% of your time is spent running around.
It is. It absolutely is. My sister would get like the most icing-filled cake. One year she got not an ice cream cake. I keep saying ice cream cake. She got a birthday cake that was a Cookie Monster cake. So it was, picture if you would, this chocolate cake, like round chocolate cake that had about an inch, maybe even more, no, like an inch thick of like dark blue Cookie Monster icing.
Girl.
And it was just piped out like lengthwise to make it look like Cookie Monster fur.
Yeah.
And then he had really big icing eyes as well. And then there was a cookie stuck where his mouth should have been. It was honestly like adorable. It was horrifying. It was adorable. And I was not able to eat it.
Of course.
So anyway, the moral of the story is I really didn't like use my body pillow and it's so funny. I really didn't like sweets when I was a kid. So I used to give all my chocolates to my sister except for the Kit Kats and the Coffee Crisps.
I love Kit Kats. My candy of choice. You've reminded me of something else that I want to tell you about that I probably told you about before, but I'm going to get to my candy of choice first so that we can maybe finish a thought.
Yeah, whatever. That sounds fake.
My candy of choice is always Reese's peanut butter cups because I was a basic bitch like every other kid. That was like every kid's favorite candy that I knew was Reese's peanut butter cups. They always went first. But later, when I remember when Hershey's cookies and cream bars came into existence, like when they invented them.
Oh my god, yes.
And then they made the like fun size version, which, and I stand by this to this day, and I know it's probably factually incorrect, but I don't care. I swear that the fun size version was thicker than the full size version. Like, it had more heft to it.
Yeah.
Than the full size version. Like, obviously it was smaller. It was like a smaller surface area, like, but it was thicker. And so I liked
taller.
I liked the fun taller. I liked the fun size ones better. And so those were my candy of choice as soon as they came out. They were the best. They were my favorite like Halloween candy.
Yeah, those sound really good.
And the last ones were always suckers and chips because I'm not a huge chip person, and suckers are just annoying and they taste bad.
Suckers are bad, and
it's just sugar.
Yeah.
There's like nothing else going on there. It's just colored sugar that tastes like whatever color it is.
Yeah, and like, I don't think I would eat the suckers at all because my sister wouldn't take them. No. I give her all my chocolate, but yeah, she wouldn't take the suckers. And for some reason, little caramels were really popular.
Yeah, those little square ones. Those little like cube caramels that come too tightly wrapped in like that like perfectly folded like grandma shrink wrap stuff. And there are two states that those things exist in. Either so gross and melty and sticky that when you try to unwrap them, they just like stick to the plastic and unfold like a baby's diaper, like that's a loaded diaper.
Yeah, though.
Or they're so fucking like paleolithically hard that you can't eat them.
Yeah, and they like break your teeth.
Yeah.
And like stick to them. I had braces for a long time. I got them when I was 9, so those things, I think those were just like off the menu for me anyway.
Those were verboten. I only had braces.
Verboten.
Verboten, like forbidden, but in German.
Verboten.
Yeah.
I love it. I just like it.
I only had braces for 13 months.
Wow.
Yeah.
I had them for like
I don't
5
know why
years.
my teeth just moved really fast. I guess I have really soft mouth feet.
Very cooperative teeth. Just put that, if you ever get a Tinder profile, put that on your profile.
Well, I think it's because they took so many out. They took so many of my teeth out. We've talked about this before.
Was nothing.
That's
right.
There was so much. They had to make so much space in my mouth for me to be able to get braces in the first place that there was a lot of space to fill. So I guess my teeth just moved into place much more quickly than they would have otherwise.
There's only so much you can give.
Yeah. Oh, so the thing you reminded me of when I was very young, like 4 or 5, my brother had a birthday party where we went out to the big campsite that I used to go to as a kid. And they got a Batman cake.
Okay.
So picture, if you will, a full-size birthday cake decorated entirely in gray and black icing. And picture, if you will, what that will do to children's mouths, faces, hands, and clothes.
Whose idea was that?
My brother's. I'm pretty sure it was his birthday party. There is a non-zero chance that it might have been his best friend's birthday party. But it was a birthday party where there was a Batman cake, and that Batman cake lives in infamy in my family because everyone's mouths were just stained the most disgusting like blue, purple, black color, and everyone looked like they had like mold growing in their mouth and on their hands and on their clothes.
God, it's like when you went to an anime convention in 2015 and everything was covered in shiny gray paint because of Homestucks.
Yeah, like
except birthday cake.
Or like when you get a ring pop and then you show off your tongue because it's blue.
Oh.
But it's like that, but on your whole body.
But everywhere. Oh my god. What is even... I can't imagine making black icing.
It's really... I guess it's really just a very dark blue or dark purple icing, but it's so dark. Dark as to look black. But yeah. Like, whose idea was that? I don't know. But whoever it was is a bad person. Whoever
bought that for their child is dark-sided.
Yeah,
honestly,
my parents, who are dark-sided. It is known.
It is known.
We are a dark-sided family.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to do one of these dungeons.
Yeah, do it.
I'm gonna do this Tronics bunker. I have no idea what any of this is.
So that's the only one that anybody ever does.
Okay.
It's very fast.
Okay, cool. My gear score is also good enough, thank heavens.
Cool. I will inform you as to how it works, because you skip most of it.
Awesome. It's like Wanderer's Palace, but this.
Yeah, literally. You just try to do it as fast as possible.
Amazing. So, to answer your real question, my candy priority was chips first, like Doritos first.
Ugh.
Back then, Doritos were new. Like, I remember getting
they were.
orange Doritos and they were brand new. You guys, if you ever want to know what it's like to be 30,
Oh, you
imagine...
should queue us. It's just the two of us. You should queue us with the whole party, or it's going to take a lot longer.
Oh, okay. I don't know how to do that. I'm just going to
press
leave.
Find party.
Oh, hang on. If you ever want to know what it's like to be 30, you should know that
There was
it
time.
means that we grew up most of our lives without Doritos, actually. Like, most of our childhood.
It wasn't most of our lives.
No, like most of our childhood, I want to say.
I think I was 8.
Yeah?
When they were fairly new. Because I remember, this is like, again, I always have like a really specific memory for shit you bring up, and I don't know why, but I have a very specific memory.
It's my gift to you.
Or mine.
The world?
It's our gift to each other. So I have this very specific gift of one or other of my babysitters, and I cannot remember which one, but once she didn't babysit. We were dropped off at her house instead of her coming to our house to be babysat upon.
To babysat upon.
She took us to like a Mike's Milk, because it was called Mike's Milk back in the day.
What's a Mike's Milk?
Sorry, it was Mike's Mart back then. So Mike's Mart became Mike's Milk, which became Max Milk, which became Max, which now is Circle K.
Oh, why isn't it called Mike's Milk anymore? That is both disgusting and wonderful.
Or, no, wait, no, it was called Mike's Mart, but everyone called it Mike's Milk because people are stupid.
Mike's Milk.
Yeah.
That is so cursed.
And then it became Mac, and everyone called it Max Milk because people, again, are stupid.
Max Milk.
Yeah.
Are we killing these things?
Which is Couche-Tard in Quebec, but it's Circle K in Ontario now. Anyway, my babysitter took us to this place. So when you're in this neck, so skip all those monsters, just go straight through and take the teleporter and grab one of these batteries.
Okay, cool.
And we're gonna throw these at the bosses in the next room. You have to do it quick, because if they hit you, you drop them.
Oh, fuck. How do we get through?
Well, the switch should have opened this, but it appears to have not worked, and I'm gonna die if I don't heal me.
Uh-oh.
Well,
Where's my... Oh.
Whatever. Okay, so it stuns them, and now we just kill them.
Okay. My battery died, I guess, so... Rip
okay.
me. Yeah, it's fine. So we just kill the boss?
Yep.
Okay.
This guy in the lower right has less health, so probably a better idea to kill him.
Okay, cool. Cool.
So she took us to the corner store for whatever reason, and we got to pick out like a little like individual sized bag of chips. And I remember getting Cool Ranch Doritos because they were new.
Yes.
And that's like the flavor that is bizarrely hard to find now is
yes.
Cool Ranch Doritos. You can't find them, and it is the best flavor.
It is.
I will never stop being, because I don't like the nacho cheese flavor because it's not fucking cheese.
It's not.
It just like orange powder.
It's orange flavor. It's like Kraft Dinner flavor.
It tastes like if you put the Kraft Dinner powder on a chip. That's what it is.
Pretty much.
Literally what it is. And I don't like it, and I don't want to eat it, and I won't.
Well, it's just, yeah, I mean, I will eat it, but the Cool Ranch is like a billion times better.
It's a billion times better, and you literally, like, I swear to God, you can't find it. So I would eat those when I got those in my Halloween pillowcase.
Yes, I did pillowcases too!
I'm sure every kid did, because, like, whenever you saw those kids who had, like,
the pails or whatever.
Like, with handles on it, you were like, you can't hold candy in that. Or even worse, those kids who had the little, like, pumpkin head buckets.
Yes.
That would hold, like, no candy at all.
Okay, so we did both. We had the pumpkin head buckets, but we would... Okay, so this is what it's like to grow up in the country, for people who didn't grow up in the country. You get a pumpkin head bucket, and then one of your parents walks with you to the door, so you don't get, I don't know, someone like throws a razor apple into your throat or something. And then your other parent, assuming you have two of them, maybe you do an aunt and uncle if you don't have two parents, follows behind you, and... has pillowcases in the backseat of the car, and you constantly go to the car and empty your pumpkin head buckets into the pillowcases. And that's how we did it.
I grew up in a very small town, but I did not grow up in the country, and I was trick-or-treating on my own without a chaperone as of the age of 10.
That's great. I think
my parents would just give us like oh shit, I was not paying attention.
Oh no.
Would just give us like the largest pillowcase that we could find, and we had to lug that sucker. That ended up probably weighing about, we would get like pounds of candy.
Yeah.
We would go to like, the good neighborhoods and get the good candy, and a lot of it, including like full-ass cans of pop. Remember getting full cans of pop from people?
Oh my god, yeah, I
You always
do.
felt like you'd won the lottery, or you'd find that one house, like the really rich house, that gave out like full candy bars.
Yes,
not the full-size kind.
Yes, in fact, there were houses that used to give out treat bags. Because another great thing about growing up in the country is that a lot of houses will get like 5 trick-or-treaters, and you're one of them.
Yeah, you get to like, we would always do our own neighborhood last because people knew us in our neighborhood, and we would end up getting like, someone just like dumped out their bowl of candy into my bag once. Now mind you, it was all suckers, so I kind of hated her for it, but at the same time, like, I was still like, oh my god, I got so much candy, until I realized like, oh wow, it's just like mostly suckers.
Did you ever get toothbrushes? Because I did.
Yep. Yeah, but you always resent that person. Like, nobody likes the person who gives out toothbrushes.
No one likes that. I would also get raisins sometimes, which everyone was really mad about, but I love raisins, so I was
love
pumped.
raisins, but I always felt kind of annoyed at people who gave them up for Halloween, because it's like, I feel like you've missed the point of this holiday a little bit.
Yeah, and it's like, I get that you're trying to be, like, healthy or whatever, but, like, raisins aren't that healthy. Really.
Yeah, they're pretty sugary.
Yeah.
There's a lot of sugar in raisins.
Like, sure, it's, like, natural sugar or whatever, but, like, if you're gonna give me sugar, just give me a fucking Snickers, okay?
Just be honest about it.
Yeah.
Like, just give me the diabetes.
Yeah, just pour it down my throat, honestly.
Also, I'm fucking 8. Don't preach to me about eating healthy. Like, or the people who gave out like a Macintosh apple, because I got a couple of those too.
Oh my god, yeah.
That's shitty. Like, at least the raisins travel well. The Macintosh apple is like, well, okay, this is gonna be pulp by the time I get home. So
And everyone is like,
you've gifted me mash.
yeah, everyone's like afraid of apples on Halloween. There's always these things on the news like, young girl gets razor in apple and dies horribly.
Did you know that's barely ever happened? The razor blades in apples is like not actually a thing. It's like
I'm sure it's happened like...
It's just like a thing that people get upset about or worried about at Halloween that has barely ever actually happened.
I believe it. I'm stuck in this hole. Well, that's fine. Oh my god, your hair's so cute.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I got a free hair change thingy. And so...
What did I get? I got a staff. Oh, I can use staffs. That's for me. I got 2 staffs. Cool. I'm not gonna leave the party. Oh my god, I'm really stuck down here, Chrissu!
What did you do?
I'm stuck down a hole and now the top is closed. I can't leave! Oh shit, I just got- oh my god! I'm getting teleported back and forth. This is alarming. Okay, we're fine. There's a fail-safe for when that happens, apparently. Oh my god.
I would imagine so.
I remember getting candy apples, like homemade candy apples, and because of the whole like razor and apples thing, the person who gave out the candy apples like wrote their like like their name, their address, their phone number, like maybe their fucking social security number was on there too, being like, you know, you can trust me.
I feel like that's a lot of trouble to go to just so you could be like, I gave out homemade candy apples to the kids at Halloween. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like that person shows up at the PTA meeting like, I see that you guys are just handing out like regular candy, but I made homemade candy apples.
Honestly, the like sort of sad thing is that I bet it wasn't even for bragging rights. I think that person probably just didn't really have anything else going on.
I mean, it's super generous, but
yeah,
you know, candy apples are one of those things that various media forms have sort of lied to you that are as though they're good. Candy apples are horrible.
No, and like that's the thing.
They're impossible to eat.
Yeah.
They are very difficult to eat. The only time I've ever had a candy apple was at the Royal Ontario Winter Fair.
Oh.
And I was so excited about it because they're so beautiful. They're
so
so red. They're so shiny. It looks like you're biting into like a fucking precious gem.
They always look so beautiful, like in anime too.
They look so beautiful in everything. In television, in movies, in cartoons, they always look beautiful. And then you try to bite into it and you lose half your teeth.
Yes, you do. It's horrible.
And it tastes terrible.
Yep.
And there's just an apple underneath. And I like apples, but it's usually the worst kind of apple because it's usually like a Macintosh, which are not great for just eating. Or it's like a Red Delicious, which are also not very good for just eating.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's like they're not even good. Like, put a Gala apple under there or something. Like, Barbara, come on.
Give me a pink lady.
Yeah. Diane.
A Honey Crisp.
Yeah.
Like,
give me a pink lady.
Give me... You know what? I'm not asking for much. I just don't want to bite into a mealy Macintosh or Red Delicious apple, which is the lyingest name that has ever been invented for an apple.
There's nothing delicious about it.
Red terrible.
Red mediocre.
Red tasteless.
Oh boy.
It's like biting into sawdust. Red Delicious apples are terrible, and I will never agree with anyone who enjoys them. If you say you enjoy a Red Delicious apple, you're wrong.
You're wrong?
And you're probably not a real person.
No. Sorry to bring you this bad news. I'm gonna do Crazy Runners.
You're probably a simulation, and I'm sorry you had to find out this way, but you're definitely just a simulation.
Yeah. Probably.
Probably. What was your favorite Halloween costume from when you were a kid?
I went as a witch for like 5 years in a row.
Of course you did.
And now I go as a witch every day, so...
Yeah.
That's how life just goes sometimes.
It is.
I will share with you my cringiest Halloween costume.
Oh, good, because my favorite is also my cringiest.
Because my cringiest costume is like just is like a racist costume.
Oh no!
Because I didn't know. I'm not gonna. My parents should have stopped me. But one year, I decided that I was going to go as a Mexican. So I didn't do anything really objectionable. I just wore like a sombrero that I got from who knows where. And my parents had this, like, blanket, and they cut a hole, like, in the blanket, and I wore it like a poncho.
Yeah.
Which was very objectionable. I, wish I hadn't done this, but I was probably 7 years old, so... Someday, when I'm really internet famous, someone will dig that up about me, and, I'll get death threats, and it'll be great.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to it.
So I have a couple.
Yeah.
So my favorite Halloween costume memory is also my cringiest because
Oh god.
I wanted to go for Halloween as a fox one year.
Okay.
I didn't really know what that would mean.
Okay.
In terms of what the costume looked like. I just told my mom I want to be a fox for Halloween.
Right.
And that. And so what I ended up getting was essentially what amounted to a whole fursuit, which I didn't know what it was at the time because I was 8.
Oh my god!
And my mom put so much work into this. She like swore the air blue with fun fur for like 6 weeks at her sewing machine, and made me this beautiful costume that was like it was so warm that I didn't need to wear like a coat or anything. It was like the warmest costume ever.
By the way,
just, like clothes underneath it, and I remember very distinctly the like kind of scratchy feeling of the inside of the fun fur fabric on my skin.
Yeah.
But it was a beautifully made costume, and my mom put so much work into it, and it was lovely. And I wore this it's because I found this mask. That's why I went to go as a fox. We went to White Rose, if you remember the store White Rose.
Yeah.
Because when at Halloween it turned into like the Halloween Bonanza store.
Yeah.
It had like all the coolest Halloween stuff. So I found this really cool mask that was like a fox mask, and I was like, I want to go as a fox for Halloween.
Yeah.
And so my mom made that happen.
That's amazing.
Yeah, and we kept that. I think I wore that costume 2 years in a row.
Good.
Because the year after, I was supposed to go as a pirate with a bunch of my friends who were also going as pirates. But true to form, at the very last minute, I have no reason for why this happened. I had all the pieces of my costume. It was a good costume. It wasn't embarrassing. It was like a good regular old pirate costume. But I chickened out.
I've done that so many times.
I just at the very last minute, I was like, I don't want to do this thing that I haven't done and it's new. And I was like, no, I don't want to wear this pirate costume. I'm going to wear my fox costume from last year and just carry a little dagger and be a pirate.
That's amazing. I love that. I also want you to know that when you said that your mom swore the air blue, I like misunderstood and thought you meant that you were like a blue fox, and I was like that's very furry of you, actually. Wow.
Proto furry activity.
Proto furry activity. Accidental furry activity.
My other favorite costume that I ever did was we also at White Rose. White Rose was the start of most of my Halloween fantasies.
Amazing.
We found this like, oh wait, no, I lied. This is actually at Value Village. We were at Value Village and we found this incredible like wizard staff.
Okay.
That was, like, it was like a full size. Like you had to like put it together, but it was made of plastic. But it had like this like wooden like eagle claw thing at the top with like a globe inside of it, and it had a button on it. When you pressed the button, it made like thunder and lightning, and the orb like flashed. Flashed lights and stuff. It was so fucking cool.
That is so cool.
So I was like, Mom, I'm going as a wizard for Halloween this year, and she was like, heck yeah, you are.
Yeah. And
because it was Value Village, that like wizard staff was probably like $4.
Oh my god. The fact that it was Value Village means that just, like, some person decided they were going to, like, give that to someone.
Well, the thing about Value Village at Halloween is that they don't always, it's not, at Halloween they bring in stock. Like, they acquire stock for
Right. I
Halloween.
forgot.
Their thing is, like, they're like the Halloween
store.
So they, like, have, like, secondhand costumes, but then they'll also acquire, like, accessories and stuff.
Yeah. That's
so I think
right.
that was not actually secondhand, but it was still super cheap because it's Value Village.
Yeah.
And so my mom let me wear her graduation robes for when she graduated from university, which were
Oh.
black and really, like, billowy and big and cool, and, like, the sleeves went down to, like, the floor, and it was, like, perfect. And we found my, like, a black and silver wizard hat, and I'm pretty sure I put, like, a Harry Potter scar on my forehead.
Oh, good, of course.
Because this was around that time.
Yeah.
That's so
right.
Was amazing.
That sounds amazing. My other favorite costume was also one of the only costumes that was actually made for me. I think oh my god, I got two. I just remembered. One year I went as Link, like Legend of Zelda Link. And it was the first outfit actually I ever sewed. I've been telling everybody that my White Mage cosplay is the first, like, clothing I've sewn.
You lied to me.
I did lie to you. I didn't think I lied. I only just remembered this now. I, like, went to Walmart to get, like, green fabric, which was really hard. And I was trying to find white tights as well, which was also hard because this is before, like, the whole legging craze happened.
Yeah, tights and leggings were not a really, like, they were big if you were little.
Yes.
If you were a little girl, like, between the ages of, like, 3 and 6, tons of tights and leggings for you.
Otherwise,
over that age, it was, like, not really a thing.
No, exactly. And I had these really cool boots that were, like, kind of strappy and black, but there's, like, a zipper up them. They were honestly really sweet. So I went to Walmart and I got this, like, green, like, fleece, basically, because it was all I could find. And I had no idea how to sew. And, like, the internet didn't have a lot of stuff back then. Yeah,
there was no, like, YouTube tutorials of,
no,
like, how to make a Link costume.
Exactly. I don't think YouTube existed when I made this costume, actually.
Well,
I think
if it was before 2006?
It was before 2006. It was, like, probably 2004. So I
So in high school that you did this?
It was junior high. Yeah.
What's junior high? What grade is junior high?
Junior high is grades 7, 8, and 9.
So you were...
I was 14.
12, 13?
I was, like, 14 years old.
14 years old is grade 9.
What? Okay, well... Is it? Hang on. No, grade 9, I was 16 in grade 9, for sure.
What? How were you 16 in grade 9? I was 16 in grade 11.
Oh my god, hang on, my brain is on fire. I was 18 in grade 12. So I had to have been... I was 16 in grade 10. 15. Okay, I was in grade 8.
Okay.
I was in grade 8, let's say.
Alright, I was like, I mean, I actually did trick-or-treat until grade 10, so I can't even judge, but...
I trick-or-treated until grade 12, girl, so it's fine. Anyway, yeah, I was 14, and I didn't know how to sew at all, and I don't think anyone in my family knew, and none of my friends knew, so I just lied down on the ground, traced myself on the fabric, and just
that is, you know... it's almost kind of what you did.
Kind of, sort of. Like, I had no idea. I didn't have any measuring tape. Like,
oh god.
I really, really improvised, and I got, like, a needle and thread, and I just went to town, and I got a belt. Honestly, considering how I made it, it looked pretty sweet. I made, like, a sword and a shield out of cardboard.
Dang.
I, like, drew the Hylian crest on the shield. And no one knew who I was. People were like, "Are you the Jolly Green Giant?" And I was like, "I'm, like, literally dying." Like, I expect nothing, and I'm still disappointed. The other costume that my friend's mother made for us is me and two of my friends went as the Spanish Inquisition.
Which nobody expected.
Nobody expected it.
Nobody expected that.
We made these amazing, gigantic crosses out of, like, aluminium foil and board around our
foil?
Aluminium foil.
Sorry, what?
Foil of aluminium.
Sorry.
Can you run that by me again? We made it out of tin foil.
Ah, there we go.
Ah, yes, that's the one.
That's the one. I have no idea what that other word you were saying was.
And, our other friend, she didn't want to participate, so she just wore her like snowboarding gear and followed us around. She's like, I'm a snowboarder.
There was always one. At least
Right?
when I chickened out, I still wore a costume.
Yeah.
But I vividly remember having friends who would come trick or treating with me.
Yeah.
And they would just wear they would wear like their snowboard gear or their skiing gear and be like, I'm a skier.
I'm a skier. Yeah, exactly.
I'd be like,
And
okay,
like,
Deborah.
yeah, whatever, Becky.
Whatever.
So.
And they always have and they were always the ones with the pillowcases that had weird prints on them.
Like embroidered,
Just-
like baby
we had like
bottles
set
and shit.
aside. My brother and I had set aside like most years anyway. We had like a good Aladdin pillowcase and a good I don't know,
Ooh.
some other Disney property pillowcase that were like specifically for Halloween that we used every year.
That's really cool, actually.
Yeah, cool shit. We were
Yeah.
cool kids. We were not cool kids. I was
No.
like the least cool kid that you can possibly
I
imagine.
I traced myself a Link costume, so you can guess how many friends I had. By the way, video games
for a
weren't
kid
cool
who-
back
for,
then.
like, I had a couple friends, a couple really good friends, who had other friends. So I always ended up trick or treating with like a lot of people, which is funny.
There was
I
just
wasn't like a popular kid.
yeah, you just like in small towns you just kind of like go in packs anyway, unless you're like
Yeah, 'cause-
really a reject.
Which I don't think is a thing that parents do with their kids anymore. But we were fully just like
Out.
we were like 10-year-old kids in a group of like 6. I mean, we were in well-populated, well-lit like residential areas, and like my hometown doesn't really have
Danger?
danger.
Yeah, neither did mine. I think I started going out alone when I was like maybe 12 or 13, and after a while, like once my sister got old enough, I was able to just go out with my friends.
Yeah,
And,
I think I went with my brother a couple times because he was older and he could shop.
Yeah.
around, like,
There was one year that I went with, I think it was the Spanish Inquisition year, I went with my friend who lived really in the woods, and her mother had to actually drive us house to house, because it was like kilometers between them. And that year, every single house we got to, like, I got like 10 bags, like full-size bags of all-dressed chips. It was
oh my god.
the best thing. And there was one
I-
year that I went around with a big group of friends. It was the only time I ever went with a big group. Kind of like what you said, where like I didn't really hang out with everybody, but I was like with them. And we went in like the one rich neighborhood, and we got some really luxurious stuff too. Yeah.
There were a couple years where we like pointedly went to like areas that we knew had like more rich kids in them.
Yeah.
We got that good swag.
Good shit. Yeah, you start like really being strategic about your Halloweening.
Yeah, there was one year that I remember that we had to like our pillowcase. There was like a good like 2 or 3 year run where our pillowcases were too heavy to carry,
That's the best.
and we had to like dump off some in like we have to like go back to the house, deposit some, like, whoever the base was for that night, would deposit some candy and then go back out and get more. And we just ended up with so much
good.
candy that would last me to like Easter. But then by Easter, it was just a bag full of suckers, and I was just like, "Where's my chocolate?
Where did you keep your candy? And also, second thing I just remembered is that I used to buy like chip dip specifically for my plain Halloween chips.
Ugh.
Ugh. Well, I thought it was awesome.
Why is it so revolting to me?
I don't know.
I don't know why. That's really revolting to me. I have no idea why I just reacted that way. That's a very normal thing for you to have done.
Yeah, I thought it was
that's
great.
Really just grossed me out. So I kept my candy was kept in my closet.
Okay.
So like I had a really small. Our house was pretty small. I had a small bedroom and a really little closet. Actually, I didn't really get to use the closet. It was mostly for my mom's clothes, but I got like the bottom half of it. So like I had like bins for a bunch of my toys, and in the very middle, I would keep the pillowcase full of my candy, and I would just like go in there. Which it was hilarious because like my parents didn't really oversee how much of our candy we were eating. They would kind of try because they would know. They could tell when you were like
on it, like on the canned.
No, we didn't
on
really
the
get hyper.
shugs.
I
No,
don't
me
think we were
neither.
particularly hyperactive children, but
No.
like. So I think that for the while following Halloween, the policy I think was like 2 or 3 pieces a day.
Okay.
And then, like after dinner, you can have like your dessert is your Halloween candy. You can have 2 or 3 pieces. But like I snuck so much. I snuck so much candy. I would just like sneak into my bedroom and eat candy. Like no one was stopping me.
No.
I don't think my parents really care.
It's funny that you even mention having like a candy like allotment, because That had never even crossed my mind. I just fucking sat there and ate chips, like, which I should not have been allowed to do.
A lot like now is what you're saying.
I actually don't eat chips anymore, but yes, in theory. I've cut myself off. I'm not on the chips. I'm not on them.
Man, I was really into sneaking food when I was a kid. That was like my big thing. I was sneaking food and handfuls of salt.
It explains something, probably. I used to...
Specifically about those cookies and cream ones, there was one year where, before even Halloween, my parents had bought a bunch of Halloween candy, which included a bag of those, and I would, like, I remember one night sneaking up, like, 4 or 5 times while we were all down in the basement watching TV as a family to, like, sneak them out of the pantry in the front, and we lived in a bungalow, so, like, on the main floor, like the pantry by the kitchen, I would like was sneaking up there to steal those. And I'm sure my parents knew.
Oh,
but
definitely.
I never got in trouble for it.
Kids never get away with anything. I'm sure. Like, you just don't. It doesn't matter how oblivious your parents are. I think they usually know things. I used to just keep my candy on my floor in my bedroom. Like a real, like, in the corner, kind of like behind my door a little bit, but like it was just there.
We couldn't do that because we had dogs and cats, so we had to really like hide all the candy because
yes, otherwise bad things.
Yeah, otherwise the dogs would get into it.
Yeah, that'd be really terrible. Yeah. This song really goes hard at this particular point. I'm like rocking out on my harp here.
Rocking out on a harp.
Playing this Vocaloid song. That's my aesthetic today.
So yeah, that's Halloween.
Yeah.
That's Halloween.
Those are our Halloween kitchen rituals.
Our Halloween rituals. What are some of your Halloween rituals?
Yes. Leave a comment below.
Leave a comment below. Tell us what you're doing for Halloween.
Yeah. What are you doing anything? I'm not doing anything this year.
I'm going to a party. That's what you do now as adults. You go to parties. You buy Halloween candy. You just eat it at a party.
Last year
we find someone who will have sex with you.
Hopefully. Last year we went to a pretty fun Halloween party.
Yeah, it's the same. It'll be in the exact same apartment as last year, actually. The Halloween party that we all went to last year.
Beneath my old apartment.
Beneath your old apartment, yeah.
Please pour one out for me.
My yearly Halloween party is that one.
Yeah.
Reliable. It's always good. It's always a good time.
Yeah.
But I have to wear a costume this year. Last year I copped out and didn't wear a costume.
I honestly, for some reason, I now as an adult have very strange and very intense social anxiety about wearing Halloween costumes.
I just, and this is gonna probably surprise some people, I just don't actually enjoy wearing costumes. I realize.
You don't, it's true.
I actually I really hate it. I love making them, and I love helping people make costumes, and I like the idea of wearing a nice costume, but I can wear a costume for about 10 minutes, and then I want to
You want out. Let me off the ride.
Hair, like, this is why I could never actually be a drag queen, because I know that I wouldn't even be able to fully get into drag. I would get about halfway to drag and be like, nope, I'm done. I want to take all of this off. I want to lie in a pool of oatmeal and just die. Like, I don't want this for myself at all. Like, it's too much. I like, ugh, it's too much.
It's funny.
I can barely get through a day wearing pants.
Honestly, yeah, same. I don't know what I would do if I had to, like, re-enter the, like, working out in the world force.
Oh my God.
Have to wear pants all day long. I don't think I can.
If I ever work for somewhere that isn't business, isn't like I could maybe tolerate business casual, but if I ever have to work somewhere that has like a suit and tie kind of dress code, I probably just wouldn't take the job.
I've never seen you in a suit and tie in your life. I don't think I ever will until you like get married and wear probably a tuxedo, I guess.
No, I would not even wear a tuxedo to
you
my own
wouldn't.
wedding.
Why would you? It's not you.
It's not me. It just isn't.
I
would have to.
You couldn't. You would just start stripping. You'd be walking down the aisle and you'd be like unbuttoning your shirt, like your dick would be out. Like no one would care.
My mom giving me away at the wedding would just be me stripping off my clothes and like dragging myself down the
Shimmying.
aisle screaming.
Yanking at your bow tie, like gnashing your teeth. Yeah.
I am a 100% comfort over. I try to fuse comfort and fashion, but I will always pick comfort over it, like literally anything.
I try to, like, I will wear dresses and stuff, but there are things I can't tolerate. Like if I have to wear an uncomfortable bra, I'm like, I can't wear this outfit.
My one and only concession to this is I fucking love wearing high heels.
Well, yeah, they're fun. They're painful, but they're fun. And they just make you feel good.
They make you feel dangerous.
They make you do the hip swishy. Yeah, that's it. You got to go hip swishy.
Feel like I can physically kill someone.
You probably could, like if you stepped on somebody with heels on you.
And I get with I'm tall. If I put high heels on, I am tall. Like,
yeah.
I am like frighteningly tall.
I mean, you're kind of like low-key frighteningly tall to begin with. Which I don't think...
I'm only 6'2", but if I put on a pair of, like, to me, a respectable pair of high heels is anything... It has to be at least 4 inches, and even then, it should be 5.
At which point, you're a foot and 2 inches taller than me.
Yeah,
which, to me...
I'm, like, nearing 7 feet.
Is very frightening. Sometimes I notice how tall you are, and I'm like, oh god.
I don't ever notice how tall I am. I have no idea. I'm completely oblivious to my own height.
Yeah.
I never think about it.
I think about it a lot. I think about it a lot. You're welcome.
So yeah, that was about Halloween.
Yeah. Have a good time. I mean,
have a fun and safe Halloween. Make sure that you stay safe.
Yeah, don't eat any apples. They might have razor blades in.
And don't eat candy apples because they're bad.
Yeah, just take
If anybody comments on this video saying that they love candy apples, I am sorry, but you're also a simulation. And this is how you find out, and I'm sorry. Yeah,
this is how you find out that, like, you're one of those things in, what's it called? Blade Runner.
A replicant.
Yeah, you're a replicant. That's how you test.
Yeah. This is part of the Voight-Kampf test.
Yeah.
Like candy apples, you are a replicant.
Yeah, it's the first question they ask you, and then Fordyce Harris is there. Fordyce Harris is there, and he's like, I'm in love with you. And you're like, well, this is fine.
Yeah. Caramel apples, on the other hand, though, delectable. But that's different.
Yeah,
it's a different experience.
They are.
They gotta be freshly dipped, too, or else, like, what's the point?
You're right. Yeah.
Yep.
We'll catch you guys next time, I suppose.
Okay,
when are we talking about this? Is this after our stream? Am I hawking that?
I think this is supposed to be after our stream, so we're not hawking that.
Alright, well, I'll hawk my stream. Watch me play Final Fantasy on Twitch, and it's Chrissu's favorite thing in the world, and it's your favorite thing in the world.
Self-promoting on our channel.
Again.
Brazen hussy.
I am incorrigible.
You are incorrigible.
I cannot be corriged. Why are you putting a bed on those chickens? Oh, I see. I see what you're doing.
I'm not.
Look at all these chickens.
Look at that's my favorite vine.
Look at all them.
Look at all these chickens. That was me. That kid is me.
It's kid's you.
That was me telling my brother that a field full of cows was actually a field full of pigs and making him get really mad.
I think about that every time I see cows. Alright, bye.
Bye.